Good morning. Well, it's time to get the front springs changed on this car. I have already changed the rear springs because I was looking at this huge arch gap. I thought perhaps it's causing a bit of a rake, but no. So yeah, it's time to get on the front. And you can see it's quite low. It's about 61.5 centimeters off the ground. The back's considerably more. You can see it's not leaving much of an arch gap. So I'm going to change these out and see what happens. So I've got to remove these two big bolts from the bottom of the shock absorber, and this anti-roll bar link has to come out. And to get the rest out, there's some bolts up on the top, but it's all buried underneath this lot. So I've got to remove this bonnet seal, and then this plastic trim is all held down with these clips. So I've got the clips out using my tool, and you can see it's the locking type. When you push it down, it expands underneath. So, I've also had to remove the windscreen wipers. You just pop these plastic clips off, and then there's just nuts underneath. I think there are 13 from memory. So I did use a proper tool to do this, because last time I did one of these, I broke a windscreen. So I've learned. So now it's ready for this scuttle trim to come out. So underneath that trim there's even more trim, and looking around there seems to be a clip on this side that has to come out, and it's just some pegs around the other ends, and there's like a little 10mm bolt in the corner, and under that we find some bolts and what looks like a bit of a swamp. So we'll be cleaning that before it all goes back together, but these 3 bolts got to come out. The anti-roll bar links have ball joints at the end, so you have to use these Allen bits in the middle to keep the whole thing from turning. Quite often these chew up, and this one wasn't any different, unfortunately. And as you can see, I failed to get the drop link off. Getting this out of the car a bit, you can see everything's a bit of a mess. The dust cover's fallen apart, and the top nut's looking a bit rusty, so this is going to cause me some grief as well. After taking an angle grinder to that drop link, I can get this top nut off. So a new 18mm swan neck spanner to get into the recess, and then use a hex bit in the middle, same as the ball joints on the drop links. So you can hold the middle still while you undo the nut. That wasn't working, so I've put the whole lot back on the car now to hold it in place. As you can see, I've drowned it in WD-40, and I'm going to use the impact wrench just to rattle the nut off the top. And it's finally off. I got the nut off, and then just took the top mount off. And, I still couldn't do it while I was on the car. I just did not want to come off, so what I did was far from ideal, but I used mole grips around some cloth to hold the shock absorber from spinning, and then just use the impact wrench just to buzz it off the rest of the way. With the old spring and the new spring side by side, you can see there is a difference. It's roughly around 30mm, or about an inch in old money. So that's everything back together. I just need to bolt it back in the car. So I'll bolt it back up to the top first with those 3 bolts, and then bolt it back to the knuckle. And then I gotta see about doing something with this drop link. So obviously I'm replacing it, but I gotta get off the bottom first, and having the same troubles with the top nut. So you can see I got the new drop link back in. I just took an angle grinder to the nut in the end. Just seemed the easiest way to do it. It was just didn't want to come off, so just cut them off. So that's everything bolted back in on the bottom, and you can see from the top now those bolts are back in as well. So it's time to do the other side, but I won't be filming that because it's the exact same thing. I just know to get some WD-40 in there first. With everything back together now, you can see the arch gap is significantly bigger. It's not hugely different, but if you look, it's about 65 centimeters now, so about 3.5 centimeters difference, which is going to make all the difference. Because this car before, I've got it stuck on parking bollards. I've been grounding it out, coming out to car parks. If I look at the fronts, that's a usable height now. So I'm confident now I'm not going to have any more issues with ground clearance. And even though it did look better before being lowered down, this is a lot more usable.